The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go again with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Taylor again. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a toss play. Taylor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Play action with Richardson. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Has a left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. His first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. So with the lead at the moment, they'll just go ahead and take the try from the 10. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Chooses to bring this one out. He loses it on the hit. And the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Excellent. The Browns close in and take him down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
He got it! Interception! going to take over after the interception.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stand.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here he is on third and long. He's going to push one deep down the right. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. The Browns are lined up to punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That stop coming from Henry To'o. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Colts are ready for the punt. And he gets it away from his end zone. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. Now a run with Wright. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's up again. Driving across the 15-yard line. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They just get the play off. The throw is caught. That's a Cleveland touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a second quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connection made to Judy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here's a give for Wright. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he'll push this upfield and earn that with 2 set of downs.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
They've got a man in motion. Hand off, running left, right. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31. They've got him behind the line for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
3rd and long for him here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Juju Brents with a pick. And the Colts will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Pass cut, 9-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route, and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the red zone now. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. This one is up and good. And the Colts double their lead to 14. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Dropping back to throw. Throw complete to Williams. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To throw it on first down. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
From the 18 on second down. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Still sticking with the passing game. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that makes it second and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they send a man in motion. They'll throw it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Man in motion here. They'll pass on third and goal. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Butker knocks it through, and that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First down throw here from Richardson. That throw finds Kittle. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts push their lead to 18. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing it just before halftime. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Got Williams, and it's complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Working quickly here. Running behind center with Wright. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Running right. Here's Wright. Massive hit. The ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Free inside the 30. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
St. Brown's got it. Complete. Jukes one defender. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Colts grow their lead yet again. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. A look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Running back, motioning right. 2nd and 10 now. Wright reels it in. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing it again here. Pass is caught at the 9. Look at this, inside the 10 to the 9. Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it'll be second and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Wright running out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Slot man motioned over. Here he is on third and long. Coming in the goal line. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns shrinking the lead some in the third. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Browns make it an 18-point game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fielded at the 47. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Browns are set up well as they take over with some great field position. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts get it back at the 45-yard line following that interception return.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. They give to Taylor, right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. One quarter to go, Brock. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Here's a handoff for Taylor. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Play action with Richardson. Into the hands of Kittle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Running right, this is Taylor. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in, touchdown. The Colts put up even more points in a win. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call, and what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 17. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Browns putting up points in a game decided. One after up and good by McPherson. And the Browns make it an 18-point game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And this one doesn't go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved, and a sign that this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field. You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He beams one deep right side. And they pick him off again. Juju Brents with a pick. And the Colts get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. A give left side to Taylor. And he's stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Colts about set to celebrate this win. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Taylor again. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Now a toss play, Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
All right, here we go. Second down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.